Yo, what's up guys? It's SKFC here to bring you another video. And guys, it's happened. Frank Lampard has been relieved of his duties. I never thought this day would come, to be honest with you. But now that he is of the past, it's time for us to look towards the future. Now, Thomas Tuchel is the manager that has been linked the most with coming into Chelsea. So I decided to take a look at some of his tactics and see how he's going to translate that to the starting lineup, assuming he gets the job. Now, Thomas Tuchel is the kind of manager, he enjoys his team to have possession, and you can kind of see that, when he played for Dortmund and when he played for PSG. One of the things that separates him from normal possession managers is that he, after they lose possession, he likes to make sure they get the ball back immediately. So he goes into a press after losing the ball. And I think this is going to work really well with given Chelsea's personnel, because they have a lot of players that are good at retaining ball possession as well as winning the ball back. Players like Conte, Kovacic, hell, even bringing someone like Billy Gilmore, even Mason Mount to an extent I think can do that. They have Kai Havertz, who's an athletic player who's really fast, so I think he also would be good at pressing if he lost the ball as well. So I think that that will already turn Chelsea into a different kind of team, because now they'll have some kind of identity when they don't have the ball, or what they want to do, especially when they lose the ball initially. Now, Thomas Tuchel has an array of formations that he likes to go with depending on the team. When he was at Dortmund, for example, he liked to use the 4-1-4-1 formation a lot. And he would often switch that formation into a 4-2-3-1. At PSG, his more recent team, he likes to use a 4-3-3 more. And I think that is obviously more so to accommodate Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria. I think at Chelsea that he'd probably go back to using, he'd probably use more of a 4-2-3-1, while may even persist with the 4-3-3. I think that's probably the best way to maximize the players in the midfield as well as the players on the wing. Thomas Tuchel is one of those managers that he likes to have his wingers really pinned down to the side. So if he's going to do that, then it's very likely that players like Timo Werner will be forced to play in more of a striker role, as well as the fact that I could see him moving Ziyech towards the center attacking position, just because Ziyech doesn't really have the pace needed for a winger that isn't going to be drifting inside as much as a winger like Mbappe or Di Maria, or even a winger such as Pulisic when he was at Dortmund, or Aubameyang when he played there. I think that also that Timo Werner might benefit the most from Tuchel's arrival, just because he will now have a chance to play striker more, and I think he has a similar tendencies to another striker that thrived under Thomas Tuchel and Aubameyang, because they both have a similar profiles. They're both very fast. They're both decently tall. They both need a lot of chances to score. They both tend to drift wide at times in their play. You don't forget that Aubameyang, when he during his Dortmund days, also played right wing and right midfielder as well. And obviously you see Pulisic playing left wing under Lampard. So I think that Timo Werner would thrive better under Tuchel as a result. Another player that I think would do well under Tuchel would be the midfielders and players such as Kovacic and Conte, especially Kovacic, just because as we've seen with Idrissa Gueye at PSG, or even players like such as Emre Can at Dortmund, he does well with having good, strong, and fast center mids that can play defense, are defensively oriented, and are allowed to, run around a lot, midfield destroyers, pretty much. And I think that we'll see players such as those thrive more. And I think Kovacic especially, just because he is able to do the defensive side that Thomas Tuchel likes, and he's also able to retain ball possession very well, which is one of Tuchel's preferred offensive styles. So I think that that's why I think that Kovacic might become the main focal point of the team to link offense and defense. Another thing to note is that I think Chelsea under Tuchel, as much as he likes to play possession, will have a much improved transition attack. Because if you've looked at Chelsea this season, even a lot of their goals, they don't really come from counter-attack play. They don't really come from transition offense, to use basketball terms. So I think that Tuchel's management will definitely increase that a lot, to a significant level. Another thing that I would say about Chelsea is that the build-up play of Chelsea, they will definitely look to counterattack more. As I was saying earlier, they'll probably start attacking from the back more, because usually under Lampard, when Chelsea would pass off from the back, there was no real attacking emphasis. It was just kind of passing to. It was just more so passing to keep the ball, more so than passing to look for space in behind. And I think that with players like Werner, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, etc., that they will definitely be looking to exploit the space in behind more in general. Honestly, my overall thoughts on Thomas Tuchel is that I think he's gonna, with all the attacking talent in Chelsea, I think he's gonna really utilize it to the fullest. I think that defensively Chelsea will be more solid, because honestly, even this year defensively Chelsea, I wouldn't say they were particularly bad. It's just more so that since their offense was so tame, teams kind of pretty much just dared them to attack, and because Chelsea weren't very good at that, it always left them more vulnerable in defense, because teams know that all they have to do is really soak up whatever little pressure that Chelsea try to give them, and then after they do that, it will leave them exposed on defense, because Chelsea will feel the need to try to have to score a goal. So I think that with Tuchel's arrival and their attack being better, the defense would just be better automatically, because you know what they say, sometimes the best defense is a great offense. So I think that it will be more of a case of that in this sense. And honestly, I do think Chelsea will be better off with Thomas Tuchel as a manager. And if it's not him, some of the other managers that are linked with Chelsea, are Allegri or Nagelsmann. So we'll definitely see in the coming days. But yeah, since I think Tuchel is probably the most likely to become manager, he's the manager I decided to make a video on, explain how I think he's going to work at Chelsea. If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think he's going to do at Chelsea if he becomes a manager. If you don't think he's going to be manager, comment down below who do you think is going to become manager instead. Don't forget to like the video, ring the bell icon, and have a good